The Satanic Bible and the influence of Masons that reveals how they're basically been following around over the years and how they're influenced from both the ways of the Sith mentioned in Star Wars and the ways of the Jedi. I'll explain so that the average person can understand and how they can work this into their discipline routine and avoid manipulators and avoid situations where they feel like they're possibly being manipulated, like they have, for instance, a strategy used against them like rope on toe and blindfold on face. Remember, that's the lowest rank in Masons. And they're always recruiting because that's the ways of businesses they try to expand. I'll explain. Here's a good picture of Baphomet. 5 points, 2 horns up defiantly. In the middle, it's not actually a horn, but actually the color of red, the universal light of the water of the abyss, the volcano lava of hell, like his eyes, like his very soul. The energy going upwards from the soft point at the top of the head. It's the point that was soft when a person was a baby. It's still soft in their adult life. Sith methods, like the Jedi, the Sith are able to sense and use the Force. The Sith's Force training, however, varies greatly from that of the Jedi. They use the dark side of the Force and gain their power from raw emotions such as anger and hatred. The Sith do not value life or feel compassion, and their ferocious style of combat reflects their violent attitudes. The Sith can use the Force to produce lethal Force lightning. They can channel the Force through their bodies and discharge powerful bolts of energy from their palms and fingertips into their opponents. The Sith can also channel the power of the Force to choke a victim without actually touching them. This deadly combat technique is known as Force choke. I'll explain more how it relates to Masons. Masons, like the Jedi, they learn how to allegedly use the Force to move objects without touching them. A Force pull, that way, is another technique that they use that repels objects or opponents to help them in battle. Jedi must also learn to be physically strong, fit, and agile. I'll explain more real quickly. The word boat mentioned here is actually bow, as in like bow and arrow. Ta. Ta is the word hut backwards, as in like taking somebody's ejaculation. And then they would consume it. I'll explain a little bit more. The word doll backwards is the word lad. Lad means boy. Pins